you out, as you discussed on the pre-game, Brash, but looking forward to seeing what they can bring to the table.
Yeah, look, it's you know, and the thing is, this morning when I was looking at the weather, Dan, like I said, I thought we were going to have sleet and rain, and it was going to set in for the day, but Melbourne, hopefully for 3 or 4 hours this afternoon, can stay exactly like it is, and let us just get through the contest this afternoon unscathed weather-wise, because I think we're in for a really, really good contest. Both sides sitting in the top 5, Ringwood on top undefeated, Heathmont in 4th position, but they'll be looking to also, with a win today, break Ringwood's unbeaten streak, but strengthen their final 5 spot as well.
Well, it's certainly going to be interesting, and hopefully the weather holds off, so we've got a bit of a we can do this game justice. It is 1 versus 4 here in Division 3 of the Bendigo Bank Eastern Football League. And for the sake of Matt with the pink umbrella, we don't want to be seeing that today at all, but the umpire holds the ball aloft, and up we go in the ruck. It's Heathmont with the first tap. Who can get it? Brent English around the footy. Roving got a handball out. Quick kick shoveled out, but the Redbacks off the ground. They go inside 50. And now at half forward, beautiful tackle there by Cassini. Taken there by Brown. Hurries the kick to full forward. Hits Trent Farmer on the chest but couldn't take the mark. Shoveled out the back there by George, rolling towards goal, and he's just away to the left-hand side for a behind. And Ringwood with first blood here at Jubilee Park. They're one straight behind. Heathmont yet to score. We've gone 30 seconds in this opening term here at Jubilee Park, and it's Brent English to bring the ball back into play.
So it'll be English on that familiar left boot. Thumps it every bit of 60 metres out towards the half-back line over the top there. Fumbling around after it that time, and the Ringwood will get another chance to go forward. Here's Blythe on the right boot, just poked it up towards the half-forward line. There's still 2 kicks from home. Looking forward to hearing from Matt Fodier in these wind conditions down here, because it is blowing a fair bit. Down inside the forward 50, over the top of Farmer that time. A breeze, got the little knock on there, got the handball away. Here's Ferns, bust his way out of the tackle, got it away. Here's Burley on the right boot. He bursts up towards the wing position. Ball held up a little bit, goes out towards the Greg direction for Ringwood. He traps it, sold a little bit of candy, did okay, but put his teammate under a lot of pressure there in Lang. He dropped the pill. Umpire says play on. That was good umpiring there as the ball gets knocked out, and now Heathmont have a chance to go forward. The thumping kick inside forward 50, but nobody's home. The man back there is McGann. He couldn't quite trap the football, goes after it again and lays a nice little tackle there, but Heathmont, they seem to have the numbers. Everyone's just going in slow motion at the moment in that forward 50. Hitting the deck that time there was Cairns' little toe poke out into the middle of the ground. English is there. He could nearly thump it from there. English on the left boot, kicks it in towards the forward pocket. A big fly and a fantastic mark by Brown. The umpire didn't pay it. Well, that was a little bit stiff. The umpire said play on. Handball over the top there by Young. Got it back to Brown. He pushed it back, and he's going to get the free kick. I don't know if that actually went through for a goal. It might have gone through for a point. That's advantage paid if ever you've seen it. But nonetheless, it'll go back, and it'll be Finn Brown to have the first shot on goal for Heathmont. I swear that went through for a goal. I
do too, but geez, exciting, isn't he, Brash? Whenever he goes near the footy, you sense something's going to happen.
Yeah, he's as you said, he's just one of those players that he's got plenty of time, Dan. He just makes time, and the thing is, he plays deceptively tall, but he also has a beautiful way of just easing his opponent under the contest.
So we heard the guys talk Finn Brown up in the EFL 360, and he's kicked it straight into the man on the mark, so it did go against him. That goal, it was scooped upon nicely there by Heathmont, backwards to go forwards. Ringwood have got the numbers here. Little handball over the top by Blythe, looking out there, looking for Farmer of the Mitch variety, but he left it for his teammate, and the Redbacks make them way out of that danger zone.
So on the wing, the Redbacks, as they look to go forward, just weighing up his best option now. Looks inboard, finds a target there in Farmer, Mitch Farmer, joining his brother Trent at Ringwood this year. Centres the ball nicely. That's Power. And Power across the ground finds Cairns. So Jaden Cairns, a young gun nominee this season, puts it inside forward 50. Taken beautifully there by Young, got the handball out, and the Jets can build something here. There's a whistle, and it's coming back at centre half forward. And downfield free kick, in fact, it's going to go the way of the Jets. And at centre-half back, it's Colombo to take it. Chris Colombo finds a target on the wing, quick, smart, finds Declare, gives the handball off, and now they go down the ground with a bit of a grubber of a kick at half forward. Busting through, though, beautifully was Evans. Got the handball out, but to no avail. Great tackle there by Heathmont. Now they can build again. Taken there by Conyers. Gary Conyers inside forward 50, but nobody home. And Kyle Matthews takes the mark at fullback.
One of the big things is the half forwards, centre half forwards can easily get sucked up the ground a little bit and play yourself out of position.
At centre half forward there, taken there by Atwell. Slams it on the boot down in the direction of Brown. As they go inside forward 50 again, the Redbacks, but can they find someone? They can. Jacobs, handball out in front. You can almost raffle this one off, and off the ground beautifully, and it's the first goal on the board for the Redbacks, and it's Callanan. Zach Callanan has kicked the goal, and Ringwood go to 1-1-7. Heathmont yet to score. We've gone 4 minutes, nearly 5 in this opening term on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. Let's go down to Matt Fodey, boundary side.
Gusty, so sometimes it's up, sometimes it's down, and the Vikings gone back, and he looks like he's playing on Trent Farmer, so he's swung into defence for today's game.
Yeah, look, and really important. I think the half forwards and centre half forwards are really important today.
Well, will they go for a couple in a row here? Ringwood, they get the clear and kick inside forward 50. Went over the top of Farmer's head that time, bouncing towards the back pocket there. And Ben Abrizi, he's just like happy to just pick it up and then see it over and out for a boundary throw in. Right forward pocket out here at the magnificent looking Jubilee Park. What a picture it is out here, and a good crowd in, of course, as always, for the Parker Cup. Keep the scores coming in all afternoon at Footy EFL. Barry Cott's around the grounds, and he's got his headset on, and he's already got an update for us.
Yes, Division 2, Bayswater 1-1-7 to Doncaster, no score.
So the umpire to bring it back in. Farmer will go up in the ruck this time. Got the little knockdown, but there's a big pack that's formed around this. Who's going to be able to break free? Jacobs tried that, and the Heathmont Jets see it over the boundary line and out. So another boundary throw in here.
We're so used to seeing Ben Abruzzi down in the forward line. Joel Court was already shown his cards early by putting him on the dangerous Trent Farmer, and if Trent can exploit him throughout the afternoon, that's going to go a long way to seeing Ringwood to victory.
It's robbing Peter to pay Paul a bit, isn't it, as the Jets shovel it out. That was Cassini, but to no avail. Just so many players around the footy, and dragged in on that occasion. 2 Ringwood Redbacks just dive on him on that occasion, and we'll see a ball up right on the 50 here at Jubilee Park. Surface looking absolutely magnificent. Abruzzi and Farmer went up in the ruck. Farmer got a little shove, but the umpire called play on. Ball trickling over the boundary line, and right in front of McCann there. And we'll see a boundary throw in. It's Ringwood 1-1-7. Heathmont yet to score on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. We've gone 7 minutes in this opening term.
I'm liking the way that both sides are prepared to run and carry and take the game on. It's just execution at this early stage of the contest.
Ball tossed in. Campbell Evans won the tap. They get a kick inside forward 50 now, the Redbacks, but the Jets look to repel, and it's Declare that sees it over the boundary line and out of bounds.
Pretty congested, Brash.
Yeah, it is, BWS. And I think a lot of that is because maybe they're just trying to make sure that Ringwood don't get free flow into their forward 50.
Well, English is going to go up in the ruck this time against Jacobs. Jacobs worked himself very well into the front spot, but Declan was there to get the football, banged it on his boot out of bounds on the full. So almost near the scoreboard here, true centre wing position. Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, Division 1, South Croydon, 1 goal straight, 6 to ball and 1 behind, 1 point.
Bringing the ball back into play, Kyle Matthews, the helmeted one. We've heard a whistle, so might just have to go back over the mark here, or maybe it wasn't his kick. No, it'll go back to Matthews now. So take 2. 8 minutes gone. 98.1 Radio Eastern, streaming live around the globe. EFL.org.au. Goes up towards the half forward line. Farmer was there of the Mitch variety. He had one bite of it, but Heathmont had the numbers. Little handball to English. His kick was half smothered. Had some support in there though. Comes out wide. Stevens is over the football, diving on top of it also. Mitch Farmer again. He's been in and around the football a fair bit in these opening 8 minutes, hasn't he?
Well, him and of course English. He's been prolific early on too.
Always stands up for the big games, especially the radio ones. As Evans hits the deck, got it out. It came out wide. Number 28 there for Heathmont. We might get Matt to confirm that one for us.
I reckon is that for Heathmont to BWS?
Could be Liam Douglas.
Douglas, is it?
No, I had it as Wade Van Leeuwen. it could be him.
No, that's exactly who it is. Brash, spot on. That's why you're the best in the business. As the kick goes up towards the wing position, it was Odermatt versus Matthews. That's a good tussle, hitting the deck that time. Burley, he tried to release the football. Odermatt goes in there again. So does Matthews. The umpire is surely going to come in and bounce this one, and we'll have a bounce just outside the centre square, right near the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 9 minutes into this first term, it's a 7-point lead to the home side.
Yeah, great to see the players on the other side of the ground on this newly refurbished Jubilee Park as the Redbacks go up towards half forward. Beautifully taken there by Callan, chips the kick inside forward 50. Nobody home though. It's going to bounce beautifully though, but gang tackled there on that occasion, and we'll see a free kick going the way of Heathmont. And this is the Viking, Ben Abruzzi, gives a handball off quickly to English. Weighing up his best option now, sells a bit of candy, then goes down the line towards half back. Gee, dropped a soda there. Hendrickson was well and truly paid for it there. Handball came up, back to Matthews. Kick inside forward, 50, bouncing ball. Ringwood player went to ground on that occasion, busting through there. And English with the tackle again. And we'll see a ball up inside the arc there for Ringwood as they lead this game by 7 points, 10 minutes into the first quarter. And it's interesting, the ruck combinations as Trent Farmer goes up, wins the tap down, but to no avail. And the Heathmont man there just dragged the ball in. He knocked it out. Quick handball out there by Knowles. Back to English on the last line of defence. Up towards half back now. Hendricks has got his work cut out for him. 2-on-1. Kyle Matthews couldn't take the mark. Hendricks takes it again. And dived on there by Kyle Matthews. And we'll see another ball up.
One thing with young Hendricks, this is only his 4th game for the Heathmont. He just got to learn, he's got to take a clean grab.
So it comes down, Heathmont with the clearing kick up towards the wing position. There's not many plays forward for Heathmont at this stage. Ball bouncing out there. Brown just tried to trap it. Oh, how clever is he? Picked it up with the one hand in the end. Little handball backwards, was put under pressure. Scooped it out wide. Van Leeuwen up towards the half-forward line. Odermatt over around the pill. Picked up there by Lang. His handball was chopped off there by Brown, who dives after it again. And over the boundary line she goes for a boundary throw-in. 70 metres out from goal. Ringwood 1-1-7, the home side in the Parker Cup out here on EFL Game Day, and Heathmont yet to score, but it is down their end.
Jubilee Park is just not one of those grounds where you can just sit back and play tempo football, because the way this game plays here, you've got to be running all the time.
Big man Power went up almost uncontended there. Collier got a little scrambling kick out. The Redbacks will try and look to use the corridor here. Headland over the top of him, right in the middle here now of the ground. It's a game on. A little handball out wide. It's going towards the Heathmont, and they look to have the numbers scooped upon there. Knudsen up towards the half-forward line. Little toe poke. It's a 3-on-1 situation, scooped upon by Stevens. Set sail for goal. Stevens doesn't have the legs. Oh, what a fantastic contest there by Matthews and Brown. And Matthews just got crunched by the post. It was the only thing that stopped him from taking the mark. Fantastic stuff. That's a highlight. Look at both players' eyes on the football the whole way. One behind is the result, and that's the first to the Heathmont Football Club. They're trailing by one straight kick. It's 1-1-7. Ringwood, Heathmont, one behind. Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, Division 1 South Crawdon, 2 goals straight, 12 to ball, and 2 behinds, 2 points.
Well, Burns to bring it back in for the Redbacks in front of, course, Sean Clark. They're umpiring his 350th game today, so well done to Clarkey.
Awesome.
Up towards half forward there, or half back rather, taken there by Lachlan Sverns. Quick handball off, high kick inside forward, 50 up towards the arc. Odermatt up and under, couldn't take it. Now they look to work it out. English spinning out of trouble there on that occasion, but Matthews takes it again, recovering from that heavy hit just moments ago. Knocked out there. Beautiful take there on that occasion, and it's across the face. And
young number 10
for Heathmont. And I think we have a number 10 on here, but
no, we don't.
It's their second behind of the day. They lead. They trail by 5 points. It's 13 minutes in the first term. So maybe Matt can work out who number 10 is for us for Heathmont.
Yeah, yep.
But, gee, they're prolific both sides early on, aren't they? We're seeing a really high-pressure encounter at the moment.
English is doing a power of work at both ends at the moment.
He's all over the ground. We've seen him down back on the last line of defence. We've also seen him up towards the half-forward line as well. So Burns brings it back in for the Redbacks. Spots a target. Oh, dropped an absolute soda there. Did Collier. Odermatt, will he make him pay? Oh, across the face. And Finn Brown couldn't take the mark. Through for another behind. 3 behinds, Heathmont. 7 plays 7, Ringwood. Let's get into Matt Fodia.
Yeah, Heathmont are really zoning right up whenever they've got their ball in this forward 50 to try and lock it down that bottom end. And there's no number 10. Ryan Burley there was a bit of a blind side. He's wearing the 30 and it just cut off half of the 3.
Okay.
Around the grounds with Barry Cotts. Thanks, mate.
Yeah, Doncaster East have kicked 3 goals in a row. It's 3 goals straight 18 to Bayswater 117.
So it'll be the Redbacks to use the grandstand side. We haven't seen too much of this so far. It was a 2-on-2 contest, but the Redbacks do have the numbers. Nicely done there by Shamrock. Got the handball away. Burns turned himself inside out and just centimetre perfect back to McGann on the right boot up towards the half-forward line. This is promising for Ringwood, but nobody was home, and standing strong in the contest was Pettigrew for the Jets, and he takes off. It was a scrambling type kick, but it comes out towards Conyers, up towards the wing position. He goes, bouncing football across the half-forward line. Charging through there was Evans. He overran the pill. Matthews was there to mop up the pieces. Got the handball back. That was good play there, Shamrock. Now they'll use the middle of the ground, but they've coughed it up. Big chance here for the Jets inside forward 50, and a strong mark. Well, not even really a strong mark in the end. Van Leeuwen has taken it 45 metres out, almost directly in front.
Is it Van Leeuwen? Is it? No, it's 39. I think that's a new player called Trey Bray. Liam Douglas. I got him as 39.
Liam Douglas it is. Thanks for clarifying that, Brash.
That was a really poor decision.
Coming in now, and he does not make a mistake. That is a brilliant kick off the boot. Liam Douglas, stand up and applaud that one. And the Jets, they've hit the front now on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard as we cross the 15-minute mark of this first term on EFL Game Day. 9 play 7, 2-point lead.
That was a really poor choice decision there by James Shamrock, going back into the midfield. Always dangerous when you've got, and he did, and unfortunately the pass wasn't pinpoint enough, and it just allowed Douglas to chip in and take in a mark.
So a 2-point ball game here as we tick into nearly the 16-minute mark of the first term. And up we go again in the ruck. It's Ringwood with the tap. Beautiful tap down there to Mitch Farmer, who was taken to ground almost instantaneously. Young got a quick kick forward for the Jets. Odermatt takes it. He takes on 2. Snaps around the body. How will this one go? Bouncing through for a goal. Lee Odermatt take a bow. And he's got his first goal for the day. And the Heathmont Jets extend their lead 2-3-15 to Ringwood 1-1-7.
Goal number 28 for the year as we go around the grounds with Barry Cotts.
Yes, East Burr with 2 goals straight 12 to Forest Hill, no score.
You can't afford to give a player like Lee Odermatt 5-metre start when the ball's coming into the forward line on his preferred leg, because he's an elite athlete who can run very, very quickly. He's very deceptive, but he's also a very long kick and accurate one at that.
So ball back in the middle. Robbie Savoury will go up against Powell. We've heard a whistle, so someone might have crept inside the square here. It'll be a free kick to the Jets, who are on a bit of a roll at the moment. We know Robbie's got a booming left foot, and he might just use it here as he pokes it up towards the half-forward line. Inside forward 50, Brown was there. It was on his chest. He dropped what he probably should have taken here. Now a chance for the Redbacks to repel. Out there to Brown, up towards the wing position. His kick was an absolute shocker, and Hill wasn't impressed about it at all. Bounces just before the paint, and over she goes for a boundary.
And I think he's entitled to be feeling that. He had 20 metres on his next opponent, and even he had 5 metres when he kicked the ball, and couldn't even kick it to position.
8-point lead to the Jets. An EFL Game Day, the Parker Cup out at Jubilee Park. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. 98.1 Radio Eastern is streaming live around the globe. EFL.org.au at Footy EFL. Following Twitter. If you're out there and you're seeing something good or just the scores, let us know. We'll keep all the fans up to date as you go local for your football on this Saturday afternoon. It's cold, but the sun's out, and we're happy about that. No rain.
I think it'll be interesting to see, with so many quality players out, I'll be interested to see how Joel Cole will use his bench this afternoon.
Big pack forms around that stoppage. Pies just happy to let things go. Young tried to break himself away, but Burmeister wasn't letting him go anywhere, and we'll have another bounce. Just outside the centre square here. True centre wing position. Most into time on in the first term. Power unattended really. Once again got the knockdown up towards the half forward line. Matthews got a handle on it. Little handball over the top there. Shamrock was in there. He's a big man to bring down, but it was well done there by Van Leeuwen. And Shamrock actually received the free kick there. Didn't look too high to me, but nonetheless, play goes on. Kick across the centre square here. Cairns, little handball over the top, and now a chance for the Redbacks to drive the ball forward. Inside forward 50 goes. Looks like Farmer was held. He had the back spot there. Umpire said play on. A couple of Heathmont players charging in through there, and Pettigrew almost just dropped the football. You could hear the screams for holding the football. The umpire said play on. Colombo dropped what he should have taken, almost threw the ball back inside, but it was scooped upon by Cairns, got the handball away. They're looping around that half-forward line. Chip kick over the top by Jacobs was a good one. And Ringwood will have a chance just to stem the flow, stop prop, and have a genuine shot on goal here. As going back is Declan Hill, and he's about 40 metres out. Difficult angle, but something I'm no doubt he practices at training week in, week out.
No, and this might be a very handy goal in the stroke of quarter time for Ringwood, because I reckon Heathmont are kicking with a slight, with a breeze in this quarter, maybe 2-3 goal breeze.
Hill comes in, he started at left and it stayed that way. And
What do you reckon,
through
Matty?
for one behind on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 20 minutes gone here in the first term. And it's 8 playing 15 as we cross down boundary side to Matt Fodia.
I don't think the wind's actually going Heathmont's way, but the slope of the ground still is sort of favouring that bottom end, which helps attacking sides.
Well, English brings it back into play, but puts it straight down the throat of Jaden Cairns, who kicked it straight to Finn Brown. Had a couple of goes at an umpire called play on. And we'll see a ball up inside the arc for Ringwood. And gee, there's such a high-pressure game at the moment that players, I suppose, are dropping marks they really should be taking. English once again kicks down the line, tries to find Odermatt on the lead, but the boundary line beats him, and we'll see a boundary throw-in. 2-3-15 Heathmont, Ringwood 1-2-8. 20 and a half minutes gone in the opening term here at Jubilee Park.
Well, he's had a ripping first quarter, Brent English.
I reckon he's the best on ground for Heathmont at the moment.
Yeah, most definitely.
So Savoury and Power to contest the ruck here. Savoury just palmed it down to that man once again, English. Knowles, just a quick kick up forward. Beautiful mark taken there. Inside the centre square as the Jets look to go forward once again, up towards centre half forward. 2-on-2 contest. Finn Brown flew for the mark. Bursting through there on that occasion was Lang. Handballing his way out of trouble there was McCann. And a beautiful take there by Barone. Just chip pass, a beautiful kick there by Douglas. And Odermatt went to ground, back to Douglas. And how will this one go? Finn Brown around the body has kicked a goal.
They made hard work of it, but they finally got due reward.
Well, that was beautifully read there by Finn Brown. Douglas just
I think it was. I think Hendricks has got that goal.
Oh, Hendricks rather. Beautiful goal there by Hendricks. And he knew exactly what he needed to do on that occasion. But Douglas, for mine, set that goal up beautifully with that handball not missing in traffic, Brash.
Yeah, and like I said, they made hard work of it, but they finally got the required desired result there.
So 21 plays 8. Ringwood had all the inside 50s early, and they were leading for the better part of 12 minutes in this first term, but the last 10 minutes has been owned by the away side, Heathmont. 6 scoring shots to 3. We'll have a restart. Umpire Dan Beard, best in the business out here today. He loves following a radio game, doesn't he, Dan? It's big man power for Ringwood up towards the half-forward line. Bouncing football. George couldn't trap it. Came in out well. He got dispossessed of the pill. Umpire said play on. Bouncing football up towards the forward pocket. There is a foot race ensuing here. Callanan, can he keep it alive? That was clever. Yeah. Very, very clever. George was in position A, and he came out. Fantastic stuff there by Zach Callanan just to square it up. And going back and having a shot there, Harry George from almost point-blank range. He's 20 metres out directly in front. Good play, Brash.
Yeah, the most unselfish of unselfish plays there, but beautifully kicked the ball to position and gave no Heathmont defender a look in there.
He obviously likes a run-up, Harry George, because he took it outside the goal square and he started almost from the 50. So he comes in now. Should be bread and butter, and he makes no mistake, does he? So Harry George kicks his first of the afternoon, and Ringwood have their second, narrowing the margin back to 7 points here on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard on EFL Game Day Parker Cup styles, and we love calling these games. They mean a lot to these two football clubs. 7-point margin to the Jets.
Yeah, well, that was probably a goal that I think Ringwood really needed. They had to actually respond quicker because of the the fact that we really don't know how much time on there was going to be after the initial 20 minutes. So, look, I think by and large both sides have had their chances to put scoreboard pressure on, and Heathmont at this stage have just taken their chances.
Ball back in the middle, but Barry Cotts around the grounds on the score centre.
Division 1 South Croydon 3-1-19, lead Bourne 1-4-10.
So juggling the ball on the wing here towards the broadcast caravan, a stack of players around the footy as they all converge on it. And we'll see a ball up on the wing here as Heathmont holding a slender 7-point lead, 24 minutes in to the opening term. And to contest the ruck once again, power goes up, palms it down the throat of a teammate, but wrapped up straight away by that man once again, Brent English. And the umpire calls for it again. It's been a high-octane game, this one. Plenty of highlights so far. Both ruckmen missed it. Power just fresh-aired that one. English tapping it to the advantage of a teammate. Hendricks tried the tackle, but failed on that occasion. Burmeister tried to get the kick out. And now Farmer just shovels it out to Candu. Took on 3 Jets.
Nice.
Puts it inside forward 50. But nobody home for the Redbacks. He's going to have to beat 2 now, the Heathmont man. Beautifully taken there by Alistair Knudsen, but he's wrapped up. Pettigrew rather, and wrapped up inside in the forward pocket for the Redbacks, and we'll see a ball up. 25 minutes gone. Farmer goes up, but a Bruzy wins the tap. Just shoveled out there nicely and beautifully juggled there by DeClerc, but it's taken now by Conyers. Gary Conyers holding the ball, says the umpire. And the Redbacks will have a shot in front of goal.
Mitch Farmer.
Right in on the shadows of quarter time. Mitch Farmer moves it on very quickly, finds a target.
Well done.
And that's Atwell in the long sleeves today. Will line up to put through hopefully Ringwood's 3rd goal for the afternoon and make the margin a point the difference on the shadows of quarter time.
He had a very good final series last year, Atwell, for Ringwood through that midfield, and bobbed up with a few goals throughout the final series, so a goal won't surprise here.
So in he comes, and Atwell makes no mistake, puts through Ringwood's 3rd of the afternoon, and they go to 3-2-20, Heathmont 3-3-21. 26 minutes gone, opening term.
Barry Cotts around the grounds with the score centre as we approach quarter time around the eastern suburbs.
Yeah, Division 2 Doncaster East 3 goals straight 18, lead Bayswater 2-3-15.
Nice and tight out there at Zerby's Reserve. Nice and tight out here at Jubilee Park.
Maybe some of the other games haven't started yet, BWS.
I don't know what you mean by that, Brash.
Oh, well,
Obviously, Bruce got your joke, but I certainly didn't. Ball back in the middle of the ground.
only because we haven't heard from anyone else, except the ones he's been ringing out, telling us about constantly.
Well, we get the play-by-plays, but once it hits quarter time, where generally the clubs are pretty good with letting us know what happens. So we'll be looking forward to our first break and hearing all those. Back in the middle, Power over the top. They're going forward again. Farmer inside forward. 50 to Farmer, who gave a little shove, and he knows he did too, Trent. Spoke to him on EFL Insight this week. He's had an absolute ripper season at Breezy. Gets a handball away. He's Pettigrew on the right boot into the middle of the ground. Just dropped what they probably should have taken here, the Jets, but charging through there was Ferns, got the handball away, backwards to go forwards. English on the left boot just pokes it out wide, and now here's a chance for them to go forward. On the left boot there, Van Leeuwen up towards the half-forward line, Douglas. Love the do on Douglas. Even one of our boundary riders today, it's almost like he's his twin as it goes inside forward 50. Scott Lang got a good timely fist on that and over the boundary line.
Him and probably Finn Brown knock around together, I reckon. Him and Jackie Hendricks, they look like they're a bit of a clan, those three young boys, mate.
Like it. Barry Cotts around the ground.
Upper Ferntree Gully 4-3-27 to Mirrabah, no score.
Oh, beauty. Well done, Baz. Love it.
Rightio, Brush. As it comes back in now, Power got a little kick away, scooped upon and handball over the top there by Collier. They do have the numbers here. Farmer almost got taken high. He did, in fact, Dan Baird seeing that one, and it'll be a free kick to Ringwood. Almost 28 minutes tick on. There can't be too much time left in this first term. Sparing past Jacobs was out in front. He takes it. Good jukes there up towards the half-forward line. They've got the numbers, but as we thought might happen, the Sirens going to beat them. What an entertaining first quarter that was on EFL Game Day. It's the Parker Cup, the undefeated Ringwood taking on 4th place Heathmont today, and it is the away side, the Jets, narrowly leading by 1 point, 3-3-21 to 3-2-20. It is all single goal scorers right across the board. We hope you're enjoying the broadcast on 98.1 Radio Western, streaming live around the globe, efl.org.au, at Footy EFL via Twitter. Keep us up to date with what's happening right around the eastern suburbs as you go local for your football. We're looking forward to hearing from Barry Cotts in the Score Centre right after these messages, and we'll be back for quarter 2.
Should we go to flowers? Let's have a look at some flowers.
Flowers be nice. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.